Right now, an increase in school security. The Beloit School District's plan to keep everyone safe following this weekend's fatal shooting.
Plus, the Madison School District investing tens of thousands of dollars into a restorative justice program after what has been a rocky year so far.
News 3 Now at 10 starts right now.
It has now been more than 3 days since a teenager was shot and killed outside of Beloit Memorial High School. Police still have not announced whether there have been any arrests or even any suspects identified. Today, the school district in Beloit tells us it'll be updating its safety protocols going forward.
Saturday's shooting happened in the minutes following a boys' basketball game. Brad Hamilton spoke with Memorial's athletic director, and he joins us now with more on what's changing.
Well, Athletic Director Joel Beard says their entire staff is working hard to make sure these added safety protocols do not only work, but bring peace of mind back to their community. A Saturday night meant for high school hoops turned tragic after a 19-year-old was shot and killed right outside of Beloit Memorial following a boys' basketball game against La Follette. It's the kind of moment that Athletic Director Joel Beard says will stay with him for a long time to come.
There was fear. There were a lot of people that were scared, not knowing what was going on.
Beard says he was not in town at the time tragedy struck. Instead, he received a phone call with this news. Feeling helpless, his mind could not escape thinking of those who were there to witness it.
There's a lot of people that experience something that is traumatic, and my heart goes out to them. And I wish I had the tools or whatever to help them through that.
Beard and school officials are now working to make sure this never happens again. For the rest of this school year's home sporting events, the following protocols will be in effect. Increased police presence at every single game. Tickets now will no longer be sold at the door, and now both freshmen and JV teams will be required to leave at the end of their games.
We want to make sure that it's a safe environment, that people feel comfortable coming in, watching their kids play, and enjoying that moment. There's only so many moments that you have.
The Beloit Board of Education said they are appreciative of all the support they've gotten and believe these safety protocols will allow them to be able to refocus on continuing their sporting events.
On a 4-2 vote last night, the Madison School Board approved a $60,000 contract with a Milwaukee-based company to provide restorative justice services to La Follette and East High Schools. The program is designed to help students and staff members learn about and have the ability to facilitate restorative justice programs and mediate conflicts in the long term without outside help. This move comes amid tumultuous school years at both schools. Multiple large fights have broken out at East, including one incident in November in which police pepper sprayed more than half a dozen students to break up the fight. Students at East also walked out earlier in the year after a 17-year-old allegedly sexually assaulted a victim at a homecoming house party in October. And at La Follette, a student was arrested for allegedly bringing a stolen gun to school in December. Last month, 2 teenagers also allegedly beat up a 15-year-old at the school to the point that victim needed surgery.
And we are following breaking news out of Milwaukee tonight. Our news partners, WTMJ-TV, are reporting 3 teenage girls were shot tonight outside of Rufus King High School. Police said the girls had left a basketball game and were involved in a fight and were shot. We are told 2 of the girls' wounds are non-life-threatening. The 3rd girl's injuries are unknown. And in Minnesota today, law enforcement still searching for a suspect following a school shooting in the city of Richfield. That's just south of Minneapolis. 1 student is dead. A 2nd remains in critical condition. That shooting happened just after noon at the South Education Center. When officers arrived, they found 2 students who had been shot on a sidewalk outside of the school. Developing tonight in Madison, the Madison PD actively investigating a child's death on the city's west side. First responders were called last night to an apartment building on Tree Lane for a report of an injured child. Authorities say the child ultimately died but would not provide any further details on the circumstances surrounding the child's injury or death.
Madison's ice rinks and lagoons are expected to reopen tomorrow. The city's park department closed them today due to the warmer weather. So hopefully you were able to get outside because the cold is on its way back. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our certified most accurate forecast.
Well, the cold is already here and it'll just get colder from this point on. As we look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam looking off to the east, we had sunshine for the morning hours, then some high-level clouds started to come in during the afternoon hours. Still, you were able able to see at least a little bit of sunshine through those clouds, but you can see the potential, at least for a couple of flurries, mainly south of Madison. A more widespread snow now occurring across parts of northern and central Illinois, but here in southern Wisconsin, even those flurries at this point are not reaching the ground, at least according to surface reports. High temperatures today were well into the 40s in the eastern part of our viewing area. Madison hit 44, Janesville 43. Even the western part of our area got into the upper 30s before a cold front came through, and those temperatures are now dropping. Milwaukee's still above freezing, but Madison's down to 23, already down to 12 in La Crosse, where the wind chill is at 3 below zero. Here in town, by morning, we'll be down to about 10 degrees with wind chills right around zero. Skies will be cloudy through tomorrow. There could be a couple of flurries, mainly south of Madison. Tomorrow's high temperature of 15, almost 30 degrees colder than today, and get used to the cold weather, at least for a couple of days. I'll have more in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A new incredible video tonight. Check out that British Airways plane quickly aborting this attempted landing. This was at London's Heathrow Airport today. Video shows the wind hitting the aircraft as it tries to land. You see the wing nearly gets clipped on the ground before the pilot pulls back up into the air, did a circle around, and landed successfully on a second attempt. High winds were a major problem for planes trying to land there today.
The leader of the Oath Keepers is set to testify before the lawmakers investigating the U.S. Capitol riots. Stuart Rhodes will answer questions from the House Select Committee when he appears virtually tomorrow. Rhodes' lawyer says he plans to plead the Fifth for most of the questions. Rhodes is currently in jail facing a charge of seditious conspiracy in connection to the January 6th attack. He goes to trial later this year. The man charged in a deadly shooting at the Fox River Mall in Appleton will serve 40 years behind bars. 18-year-old Desmond Ellis was found guilty of second-degree intentional homicide and first-degree recklessly endangering safety. On January 31st last year, Ellis shot and killed a 19-year-old in the mall food court during an argument over a girl. A bystander was also injured.
Starting today, Dane County's extended mask mandate is now in effect. Public Health making that announcement last week. The current order is now slated to expire in 28 days. Governor Evers ordering flags to be flown at half-staff tomorrow for a Wisconsin firefighter who lost his battle with COVID-19. Robert Stevens worked for the Fremont Wolf River Fire Department. He passed away last Thursday at the age of 66 after contracting the virus in the line of duty. At least 11 firefighters and EMS staff have now died from COVID in Wisconsin since the pandemic started, a number previously unreported. It underscores how firefighters have been the hardest hit among Wisconsin first responders. To put it in perspective, COVID was the only cause of line of duty death among firefighters in Wisconsin during all of 2020 and 21.
It's disheartening. As much as we've tried to protect ourselves and continue to try to protect ourselves, there is exposure, and the breakthrough infections are causing difficulties. And it's not only just the firefighters; it's all their families also.
The impact among firefighters appears far higher than even police. COVID is the leading cause of on-duty deaths for police officers, both state and nationwide. But in Wisconsin, the official number of COVID deaths among police officers is just 4.
The Wisconsin National Guard is now stepping in to help with the hospital worker shortage in the La Crosse area. 12 soldiers have been deployed to Mayo Clinic Health Systems. They're taking on tasks typically reserved for PCAs and CNAs. The Guard is contracted to help out there through mid-March. Well, children younger than 5 years old could soon be eligible for a COVID vaccine. Pfizer is expected to seek an emergency use authorization from the FDA as early as this week. This as a 2-dose vaccine for children aged 6 months to 5 years old. There has also been a rise in young adults getting vaccinated. According to a Kaiser Family Foundation survey released today, 61% of parents of 12 to 17-year-olds say their children have received at least 1 shot. That is up from the 49% reported in November. About 20% of those have received a booster.
It is official. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady is calling it quits after more than 2 decades in the NFL in both New England and Tampa Bay. Brady announcing his retirement this morning on social media. Now, news of that announcement leaked over the weekend. His accomplishments fill the record books, including leading the NFL in all-time touchdown passes and passing yards. He won 7 Super Bowls and earned 5 Super Bowl MVP awards. Super Bowl tickets are out of reach for most Americans, but the Milwaukee community came together to buy some for one particular Cincinnati Bengals super fan. Herbert Davis also happens to be one of the police officers who was shot on duty last week. He was released from the hospital January 28th and is now starting his recovery.
It's going to be a lot longer healing process than just physical. So that was our motivation to start the page. But when we saw the feedback from everybody saying, get him to the Bengals game, get him to the Bengals game.
He's a superhero. He's my superhero.
He's the nicest guy you will ever meet, and he just deserves this and so much more.
Just today, a Milwaukee radio station group surprised him with an all-expenses-paid trip to Los Angeles for the game. The family has also set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for medical expenses and flying in Davis's family from Alaska. Tomorrow, the Washington football team will reveal its new nickname, forging a fresh identity for an NFL franchise known for 83 years as the Redskins. The announcement will end 18 months of market research for the team, which ditched its previous name under growing pressure because of its racist connotations. In selecting the new name, team officials have held focus groups and received more than 40,000 submissions from fans.
Black History Month celebrations kicking off today at the state capitol.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring.
Beautiful voice. Governor Tony Evers and Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes joined members of the legislature's Black Caucus in the Rotunda. Evers says this year's theme is Black Health and Wellness and says it's a big year since Val Phillips will soon be the first person of color to have a statue at the Capitol. Madison College is also marking the start of Black History Month tonight. The school held an opening reception for its Honoring the Black Woman exhibit at the Truax Art Gallery. Organizers say the exhibit is a way to honor a longtime academic advisor at the college who died last fall.
It's in tribute to one of our co-workers who passed recently. Her dream with our group, which is BWAG, Black Women Affinity Group, her dream was to be able to present Black art during the month of Black History. So we made it happen.
The exhibit will be open at the Truax Art Gallery until the end of the month.
Still to come tonight, a new Dane County organization is hoping to raise some money to help more kids experience our national pastime this summer. Plus, after years of losing money, Madison's public golf courses turned a profit in 2021. Their goals for this year coming up next.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 now at 10.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. One weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
Dear Jack Frost, people say you've got ice in your veins. But underneath it all, you're just a big old softie. Go ahead, try to nip at our toes. Thanks to our available Remote Connect, we'll be toasty and warm and ready to go. Warm wishes, Toyota Cars.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss out on Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our wide selection of high-quality tile, wood, stone, and vinyl, all at everyday low prices, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Explore Floor & Decor's newest location on February 7th.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Unlimited drinks for $9.99 a month?
Yep.
So I can come in again and again and again and again and again.
anytime.
Cool, just checking.
Join Panera's Unlimited Sip Club, just $9.99 a month. Panera, the familiar made fantastic.
Schools are facing a teaching crisis. Our Eye on Education finds out what's behind it and what local schools are doing to keep classrooms staffed.
And we continue to track a big winter storm throughout parts of the Midwest. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. It is time to nominate your favorite local businesses for consideration for Best of Madison 2022. There are 2 rounds of voting. The first opening today and running until February 28th. You can vote once per day in each category per valid email address. Then round 2, the final vote, up to 6 top vote getters in each category will become finalists. The final voting period is from April 1st to April 30th, and we have the link to vote on channel3000.com. Well, 2021 was a very good year for Madison's golf courses. Today, the city's golf operations supervisor tells us they anticipate having turned a profit in 2021. He credits that to a lack of rainout days, but also says the pandemic has played a key role with a new wave of golfers taking up the sport and hopefully holding on to it.
We wish this wasn't the case, but for us, it's been good. I mean, we're getting people outside, taking advantage of nature, not being cooped up inside. So they've really been taking advantage of playing golf, enjoying themselves outside, and also providing some opportunity to be with friends.
Madison's golf courses will reopen this spring.
The Miracle League of Dane County raising money to add lights to its baseball field in Cottage Grove. The program allows children with disabilities to play baseball on specially designed baseball diamond at Bakken Park. Last year, the league had 96 participants. This year, they expect between 130. They hope to eventually get to 200, but they're limited to how many games they can have each night. So far, they've raised about $100,000 and are hoping to raise $25,000 more. New tonight, General Motors reporting a record 2021 despite a nationwide chip shortage. The automaker earned nearly $10.5 billion last year, up from $7 billion the year before. GM was forced to temporarily close various factories throughout the year due to a shortage of parts. It expects the supply of computer chips to be better this year. Tesla paying the price for its self-driving feature. Cars in the company's self-driving beta program have been programmed to roll through stop signs so long as no other cars or people are around. Well, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration isn't having it. The agency issuing a safety recall, forcing Tesla to make its cars to obey stop sign laws. According to Tesla, this will impact close to 54,000 vehicles.
More Americans quit their jobs last year than ever before. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 4.3 million Americans quit their jobs in December. Even that huge number is down from November's record of 4.5 million. It is all part of what's been dubbed the Great Resignation, which set a record for people walking away from their jobs in 2021. Well, Home Depot is trying something new in an attempt to hire more workers. The home improvement retailer says it is accelerating its hiring process. According to the company, some of its job applicants could receive a job offer within 1 day of applying. Home Depot is looking to hire more than 100,000 new employees as it heads into its busy spring season. The company says it is also offering incentives for those looking for work, including a cash bonus program.
And a big reminder, tomorrow is Groundhog Day. We got a little taste of spring today, so let's hope Punxsutawney Phil and other groundhogs around the country will see their shadows tomorrow. Gary, it is your nemesis. His triumphant return, Jimmy, in Sun Prairie. What will he see tomorrow?
I don't think he'll see a shadow. That's one thing. We'll see cloudy skies and temperatures will be on the cold side. I'm sure Jimmy will love the weather, but the problem is that I guess that means that the worst of winter is past. We'll go tell that to folks down in Illinois and Indiana. They're going to have a little different perspective on Groundhog's Day. As we look at 3 things we need to know, look for sharply colder weather to arrive and last through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. High temperatures all 3 days, won't get out of the teens. But we'll see little, if any, precipitation through most of next week. Could be a couple of flurries south of Madison tonight, tomorrow, maybe even tomorrow night as that system passes to the south. And then the next chance for flurries probably isn't until later Thursday and early Friday of next week, and that's not going to amount to very much. But we could see a few days of above normal temperatures with highs in the lower 30s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Doppler track, there might be a couple of flakes of snow trying to make it into southern Wisconsin. This is is the far northern fringes of that big winter storm, which is just starting to come together. Notice still rain being reported across northwestern Indiana, but the rain snow line right about through the Chicago metro area. And then a little wider radar perspective shows rain starting to change to freezing rain, and then eventually to snow. And that area of snow continues to expand into parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and even the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Winter storm warnings in effect from southeastern Colorado all the way up through Illinois, Indiana, into Michigan and Ohio, with winter storm watches to the north and west of there. Very latest computer model forecast showing the potential for anywhere from 6 to maybe 16 inches of snow from southern portions of Kansas right up into northern Indiana and southern Michigan. A couple of areas could see close to 1.5 feet of snow, but notice the freezing rain potential here, especially south of the Ohio River. Paducah, Kentucky, around a 1/2 inch of freezing rain, about a 1/4 inch in Cincinnati, maybe as much as an inch of freezing rain or more over parts of eastern Kentucky into West Virginia. That will cause widespread power outages if that kind of freezing rain occurs. Temperatures today were in the 60s in that area that's expecting freezing rain, and in the 50s where most of the snow is expected. So that's a big change there. Our temperatures reached the middle 40s, but now we're down into the lower 20s here in Madison, and temperatures are in the single digits above and below zero across Minnesota and into North Dakota. With that big of a temperature contrast, a strong jet stream is in between. The moisture starting to flow northward near the ground, riding into the cold air, which is on the dividing line right underneath the jet stream. Area of low pressure developing across Oklahoma will travel right along this cold front and head to the northeast, but that will keep it just far enough to the south of us to spare us any impacts from the storm, other than the fact that it'll be cold. Tomorrow's high temperature of 15, almost 30 degrees colder than today, and perhaps a few flurries south of town. The 7 to 10 day forecast, 13 on Thursday, 19 on Friday. Nighttime low temperatures, single digits above and below zero, and morning wind chills perhaps as cold as 15 to 20 below zero, even into early Saturday morning. By the weekend, temperatures are back close to normal. We'll be in the lower 30s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Not a lot of precipitation, though, over the next 10 days.
And coming up in sports, Jonathan Taylor was at it again. The honor the former Badger took home from the Maxwell Football Club. Next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
Complete your bathroom update with help from Menards. Max has more than 1,000 shower doors, bathtubs, and shower kits to add luxury to your life. Match your style and save big money with our beautiful selection of Hannah shower kits. Add a finishing touch with a Waterpik shower head. The innovative and sleek designs offer multiple modes and massage capabilities, like the Power Pulse Massage 7-spray handheld shower head. On sale just $29.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
Carnitas.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
To those who take care of others, who come to work each and every day and continue to give their all. To those who work tirelessly, who help us stay safe and healthy and show compassion for those in need. To our more than 3,400 pharmacists and farm techs across the Midwest, we say thank you.
Jonathan Taylor added another honor to his record-breaking season. The former Badger took home this year's Burt Bell Award, which is presented to the Player of the Year. And what a year it was for JT. He rushed for over 1,800 yards while scoring 20 touchdowns. That helped him earn this year's NFL rushing title. Taylor was also a unanimous first-team All-Pro and selected to this year's Pro Bowl. Wednesday's matchup with Illinois is a huge game, and we're not just talking about the Big Ten standings. Think stature-wise. The Illini have a monster of a man in the paint named Kofi Coburn. The junior stands 7 feet tall and weighs in at 285 pounds. He's built like a defensive end, and when you're trying to mimic what he does in practice, well, let's just say it's been a little challenging for Greg Gard and the Badgers.
Yeah, impossible. I don't have anybody. I got to go get one of the guys from Paul. Who's his biggest?
Obviously, he's the big guy. So trying to get back and do your work early and get in front of him and front him and do everything you can. And then just trying to, as best as I can, keep the ball out of his hands. And then the other guys around him just digging and trying to make him give it up when he does dribble.
The Here's Johnny campaign for National Player of the Year keeps gaining steam. A day after Johnny Davis was named to the Wooden Award Top 20, the Badger sophomore was one of 10 watch-listed for the Jerry West Shooting Guard of the Year. Now, Davis is averaging 21 points and nearly 8 rebounds per game this season. Bucks taking on the Wizards tonight. This one was close in the fourth until you know who took over. Giannis rocks the rim for 2 of his 13 points in the final frame. Giannis finished with a triple-double again. 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists. Bucks win 112-98. High school boys hockey. Edgewood taking on Verona in a non-conference matchup. No score in the first. Crusaders on a power play. J.J. Weebush puts the shot on net. And Davis Hallbleib cleans up the mess to put Edgewood on the board. Crusaders go on to win 2-1 the final. And fresh off their dominating performance against Maryland, the Wisconsin wrestling team moved up 1 spot in this week's coaches poll. The Badgers come in at number 9 in the country. They're one of 6 Big Ten teams ranked in the top 10. And they have a pretty big duel on Saturday when they head down to Iowa City to take on number 2 Iowa. The last time the Badgers beat the Hawkeyes was back in 2007. We're back after this.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including dwellings for best furniture, best home accessories, best interior design. Nominate dwellings today at madisonmagazine.com.
At the Burrish Group at UBS, we believe in empowering women to take control of their financial security with a team of female advisors who understand the needs and goals of women. We believe you can achieve anything you put your mind to and can help you stay ahead of life's expected and unexpected events. Give our team a call today to start the conversation.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Join Planet Fitness today for 0 enrollment. 0. Like a bagel. And it's only $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Bagels are awesome.
Enjoy tons of equipment for 0 enrollment.
0 enrollment?
And $10 a month.
That makes me so happy.
You know what else will make you happy? Blowing off steam in our judgment-free zone. But the part that'll really get you going is that post-workout high. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you.
Feel Fit-tacular in 2022 for zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 2nd.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. One weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America, finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including dwellings for best furniture, best home accessories, best interior design. Nominate dwellings today at madisonmagazine.com.
How sharks could hold the key to curing cancer, Thursday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
The world's first all-electric passenger plane is almost ready to hit the skies. The company Aviation calls this new aircraft Alice. Its prototype first debuted in 2019. The Israeli company says the electric commuter plane can carry up to 9 passengers for 1 hour and has a maximum cruise speed of 287 miles an hour. Since December, it has been going through low-speed taxi tests in Seattle. A high-speed taxi test could come in the next few weeks. Aviation CEO says Alice may be just weeks away from its first flight. Gary, I think we'll have somebody else go on it first before we try.
I'll wait. I'll pass at this point, especially when you've got snow. If you're traveling down to the south the next couple of days, not going to be very good. But you can see the northern edge of that persistent snow is in northern Illinois. Maybe a few flurries making it into far southern Wisconsin. For us, it's just the cold air that we're dealing with now. Down to 23 in Madison. Teens already north and west of the Wisconsin River. Wind chills dropping into the single digits and below 0 by the time you get to La Crosse. Look for a low tonight of 10, high tomorrow 15.
Jerry, thank you. And thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.